Guys, this one's coming a little bit late, but that's okay. I had to go to a mandatory diversity training in Reno because I work for the UNR School of Medicine, but instead of just video conferencing in me, I had to fly to Reno, so that's exciting. Well, I guess I can do an entirely different segment somewhere else about the diversity training class, which was only slightly awful. But doing this one late, and I decided I'd change it up a little bit because my setup at home is obviously different than my office, and I usually do that when at work, so I changed it up a little bit. Goodness knows how this is going to go because my slideshow setup is completely different at work, and so is the software, so goodness knows if this one's even going to turn into a workable video at all. Whatever, we'll find out. And I'm also drinking and smoking and whatever. We'll see how this one goes, and you're lucky that I'm still slightly delirious from flying back because this was not such a great week for me, but that's okay. We'll start up with me as usual. A team has no name against my team, the AnCapistanians. Fantasy football owners will accept any point margin to keep a win streak alive, but if you are able to win in a commanding fashion, it makes the streak all the more sweet. This is what a team has no name accomplished this week when they put up the highest score of the season. Jerk. And won their third straight win, defeating the AnCapistanians 156.74 to 114.20. In contrast to streakers at sporting events, that's pretty nasty. This streak was actually useful. Since starting their win streak in week 4, a team has no name has leaped from 8th place to take over first. Hate you. They also have the second highest scoring output in the league at 111.54 points per matchup. The AnCapistanians goes to 3-3 and slides to 9th place. A team has no name has now beaten Nazicake 92.68 to 88.46, and Imma Lose to Kim 128.44 to 69.36 points. Whatever. You're just lucky that I am willing to go ahead and give you the amazing cards of well, the libertarian version of Cards Against Humanity anyway. If you happen to stay in first place and I don't continue to hate you for beating me, and maybe you'll get an even better prize along with that if you continue to stay in first place. I still hate you. What a jerk. I'm going to continue to drink. You guys suck. Whatever. Moving on. Next up, Des for Prez against Jim Bob's disgusting nasty Cooters. Des for Prez benefited from 22.60 points from Kobe Fleener and 13.20 from Mohamed Sanu to get the win over Jim Bob's Cooters 87.66 to 73.70. Jim Bob's Cooters has had some misfortune after losing their third in a row. Matthew Stafford led Jim Bob's Cooters with 28.20 points while Stephen Hauschka brought in 10. Des for Prez, now 4-2 with 561.32 points, climbs into 7th place, while Jim Bob's Cooters, who is now 1-5, how sad for you, 527.22 points, sinks into 19th place. Jim Bob, why do you suck so badly? Let us take a look. Let's see. Yep, Matthew Stafford, of course. That sucks for you. Well, Matthew Stafford got 28.20 points, so that's wonderful. Oh, Tajay Sharp with 0.10 points. Oh, that's a pretty sad story. Well, I could go on and talk about how having such a deep league is painful, but considering I just got my butt kicked by somebody with an insane amount of points, no, you just really suck at picking players, so I'm not going to give you any excuses with your disgusting team name. Sorry, better luck next year. That's even if we'd let you in with your disgusting name and inability to play fantasy football well. Stop sucking, especially when your name is Cooter. If you like Cooter, you should learn how to suck it correctly. Come on. Grab life by the Cooter. It's great. Alright, next up, Mr. Me-Aggie against Imma Lose to Kim, who disappointed me because you were doing so well losing to just me, but whatever, Mr. Me-Aggie is a cheater. Whatever. Lamar Miller and Terrell Pryor, Sr. are going to have sore backs tomorrow after carrying Mr. Me-Aggie to a victory over Imma Lose to Kim, 110.36 to 92.22. They scored 31.30 and 24.34 points, respectively. While each team hit their projections, Mr. Me-Aggie scored 5.8% more than a projected 104.31 points to get the win. Imma Lose to Kim was coming off a 128.44 to 69.36 loss against a team has no name, and saw their scoring increase this week. On top of the loss, Imma Lose to Kim had a starter score 0 points. Jordan Reed, ooh, ouch. Mr. Me-Aggie, 5-1 with 624.94 points, falls to second place, and Imma Lose to Kim, now 3-3 with 528.42 points, stays in 11th place. Wait a minute. Let me check up on Imma Lose to Kim here. See what happened. Let's see. Week 6. What's going on here? Oh, man. Well, that's just unfortunate. It's okay. You'll continue your winning streak, unless you're playing me anytime soon and you're going to just continue to lose to me. But, man, you were doing so well. And Mr. Me-Aggie, I believe I play you next, and I'm going to beat you. I'm going to beat you upside the head. It's going to hurt. And I'm going to take a drink of this beer real quick. And then I'm going to beat your ass. Get ready for that ass whooping. Ass whooping. All right. Next up, we got Strippers for Christ against El Mucho Ding Dong. Well, Strippers for Christ benefited from the second highest player score of the week from Drew Brees with 33.60 to get the win over El Mucho Ding Dong. 83.50 to 75.76. Each team failed to hit their projections, but Strippers for Christ managed to score 87.1% of a projected 95.91 points for the win. Michael Thomas led El Mucho Ding Dong with 16.30 points, while Dan Bailey brought in 13. El Mucho Ding Dong, now 1-5 because you suck, with 490.20 points, sinks into last place. It's a wonderful, comfortable place to be, huh, sucker? And Strippers for Christ, 4-2 with 560.86 points, remains in 8th place. That's all right. Yes. Sorry. I love my bass. It's pretty. Anyway, sorry. I get carried away. I probably shouldn't have sat here with my instruments. This is the problem with doing this at home. Sorry, guys. I love instruments. They're pretty. And I love strippers, too. I don't know if I love Sarah, but I do love strippers. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Goodness. I shouldn't have gotten into politics. Moving right along. Let's go on to the next game. Oh, yeah. All right. Now, we got Fustercluck against PutinHarambe. All right. Fustercluck put on a show in this matchup, registering the highest score they've earned all season, a steal one from PutinHarambe, 99.48 to 94.76. These two teams are tied for 14th place with 2-4 records. How exciting. But if you want to talk points, then Fustercluck has a clear lead of 532.12 to 450.74. PutinHarambe has had a string of bad luck lately. After losing their third in a row, could have gone the other way. PutinHarambe had several starters score 0 points. Well, okay. I'm curious. How many people have you had score 0 points? This is a curiosity of mine. Let me see. Please tell me you didn't do what Cam did and just didn't start a bunch of people, including the quarterback. Let's see. Oh, well. Jordan Cameron. Oh, that's... No. Oh, well, I guess your life just sucked. That's okay. That's okay. Just drink lots of beer. That's okay. Alright, I'm going to have to stop playing with instruments, or it's going to take me forever to do this. Huh. Okay, I'll just... I got a trombone and a sax, but I don't think anybody wants to hear a trombone. Like, why was that instrument created? It is kind of fun, though. Whatever. Next up, Daka Prescott against Vociferous Ignorance. Daka Prescott is now showing Jason Stapleton League how it's done. You know, if you want to be a cheater and a whiner. Anyway, earning their third win in a row when they devastated Vociferous Ignorance 91.82 to 58.72. Well, that name is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay. Anyway, they got a lift from LaShawn McCoy, who led the team with 33.20 points. The streak has changed the season for Daka Prescott. They went from 12th place to 5th since week 4. And, that reminds me. We'll have to talk to Sarah and Matt. We still haven't forfeited those cheating wins. That might drop you a little down the ladder. No, I'm just taking my time thinking of when I'm going to punish the cheaters. Anyway, now, they're doing it by scoring a lot of points, and they own the third highest overall point total in the league, averaging 108.58 points per matchup. Vociferous Ignorance falls to 12th place with a 3-3 record. Daka Prescott has now steamrolled PutinHarambe 128.54 to 47.54, and Des for Prez with 115.26 to 107.08. It's just more and more fun to watch as you get excited about all your wins and then just totally crush your heart. That's the fun of revenge. It's exciting. Alright, Little Caesar is really gross, stuck to the box. Disgusting piece of Legion ever against kmJongiL's actually not so great team ever. Little Caesar's Legion earned their third straight win when they defeated kmJongiL's mediocre team ever, 72.96 to 51.86. Would you guys like to try a little harder? Maybe get the points in the hundreds. They were led by Julio Jones with 23.40 points and DeMarco Murray, who got 12.50. The streak has provided big momentum for Little Caesars Legion. They've moved from 9th place to 3rd since week 4. Little Caesars Legion started one player with 0 points, while kmJongiLsBestTeamEvr served up 2 goose eggs, meaning both sides missed scoring opportunities. kmJongiLsBestTeamEvr goes to 2-4 and falls to 13th place. Little Caesars Legion has now beaten the AnCapistanians. I hate you still. Wait until I get a hold of you again, you jerk. 116.14 to 101.78, and PutinHarambe 66.80 to 51.96. Whatever, I got anything else to say to you. Whatever. Führers against the Fighting Mcafees. Führers got 22.60 points from Matt Ryan and 19.50 from Matt Jones to thump the Fighting Mcafees, who really didn't put up much of a fight at all. Well, the Fighting Mcafees, I don't know what to say about this, but I'll let Yahoo continue. While the Fighting Mcafees, who are now 2-4, is only a game back of Führers 3-3, it has a lot to do with luck because total points tells a different story, 587 to 456.76. Is this fantasy football or mixed martial arts? Oh gosh, here we go with this again. Anyway, because this 57.74 point margin of victory was nothing short of a beatdown and was the 6th highest recorded in the league this season, adding insult to injury, the Fighting Mcafees had a starter score 0 points. Sammy Coates. Well, yeah, didn't put up much of a fight. But then again, grammar wins all. I mean, there's the difference between, grandma, let's eat, and let's eat grandma. I don't know. Yeah? Or whatever that meme was. It's not in front of me. Whatever. Grammar kills. Always have proper grammar. I'm telling you. It's important. It's important. Just saying. Nazicake. Oh, beats capitalism again. Nazicake down 7.08 on Monday night. Gave Atlas Dab a glimmer of hope. Then ripped it away and beat Atlas Dab 103.88 to 91.06. Nazicake benefited from 26.30 points from Terrence West and 18.08 from Colin Kaepernick. What? Oh, Colin Kaepernick. Can't stand this guy, let me tell you. And then, come on. Capitalism totally just getting a beat down from a guy who can't tell what real oppression is. Team fell short of expectations, but Nazicake managed to score 95.33% of a projected 109.02 points for the win. Free falling like Tom Petty, Atlas Dab suffered a significant drop in scoring from last week, 126.12 to 77.96 win against kmJongiLsBestTeamEvr. Nazicake 4-2 with 671.96 points, climbed into 4th place, while Atlas Dab, who is now 1-5 with 536.58 points, sinks into 18th place. Colin Kaepernick, goodness, what guy's a moron. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, I'm going to choose to believe that Cam's wife decided to set up Cam's team this week. The Sons of Odin against Harambe We Trust. Like some kind of dynamic duo, Cam Newton and Rashad Matthews carried the Sons of Odin, leading the way to 87.88 to 71.88. Victory over Harambe We Trust. They notched 27.98 and 14.50 points, respectively. The manager of Harambe We Trust should definitely keep their day job. Ouch. They only scored 67.2% of their projected points and has now failed to meet projections for 3 weeks running. For Harambe We Trust, LeGarrette Blunt, little blunt time. Unfortunately, I don't have a blunt, and even if I did, I would not post smoking it on YouTube. That would just be a dumb idea. LeGarrette Blunt and Jarvis Landry played the roles of Maverick and Goose, scoring 14 and 12.60 points respectively. The Sons of Odin, aka Cam's wife, 2-4 with 492.14 points, climbs into 15th place, while Harambe We Trust, 4-2 with 561.40 points, drops to 6th place. Good job. Continue to let your wife play your team. Gosh, Cam, terrible. Usually terrible. Okay, so what's going on for week 7? Well, we get a new treat since I had to do this one so late. Some of the week 7 matchups are already in progress, so you see, starting out, the AnCapistanians against Mr. Me-Aggie, and you can already see that Mr. Me-Aggie's already cheating because he has 3 points to my 0, but that's okay. I won't be angry about it until I continue to smush him when we have the review for week 7 next week. And Jim Bob's Cooters against Harambe We Trust, and he's already slightly winning with 1.40 to 1 against Harambe We Trust. Imma Lose to Kim is continuing the losing ways with 0 points to 7.10 against Daka Prescott. The team has no name, and as for Prez, currently no points. Strippers for Christ already smashing it against PutinHarambe. She has 10 points to PutinHarambe's none. Fustercluck, 3.80 against the Sons of Odin, who has 0 currently. Little Caesar's Disgusting Pizza Legion, and El Mucho Ding Dong, no points yet, I'm assuming because they have no players for Thursday. Führers against Atlas Dab at 0 currently. Nazicake and Vociferous Ignorance, 0 points currently. Fighting Mcafees against kmJongiLsBestTeamEvr, with kmJongiLsBestTeamEvr already taking it up with 3.76 points. So, I don't have any plans to be out of town, or hopefully I won't be extremely busy this next coming Wednesday so I can do it on time, but we have lost even more IT people at my job, so let's see if I can squeeze the next review in on time. If not, whatever. You'll still get your review, so don't go whining. I'll get it in somehow, hopefully. Alright, till next time.